Hello everyone, this is StrawberryShorty back with Otogirisou, and since the last playthrough was a dud, I just reloaded this save state at the split in the road. And you can't really make heads or tails of the walkthrough, because it's translated from Japanese and it's long. But apparently center and left path will lead you to the same result. And we didn't pick either of those, so we're going to go the path on the left. I chose the path on the left. Eventually the path became wider and easier to traverse. Something still bothers me, though, I said as we walked along.
What?
The brakes. It's just strange, you know?
The car's brakes?
Yeah. There was nothing wrong with them when we headed out. On the way back, we were going uphill, so I never even had to hit the brakes. I only had to hit the brakes just then, at that moment.
So you're saying somebody messed with the car while we were out?
Yeah, but this went too far to just call it messing with us.
You're right. We almost died back there.
I don't remember doing anything that'd make someone want to kill me. Hey, maybe...
Lightning.
Nami stood still and looked up at the sky. Huh?
Lightning again.
It's true. We'll be in trouble if it strikes here. We need to hurry. The path was totally level now, without any slope. We ran straight out of the forest. The mansion. Suddenly, we could see it. Right before our eyes, there was a huge mansion. It made us forget all about being scared of the lightning and the intensity of the rain. We stood there in awe for a moment. A huge iron gate gleamed black, wet with rain. We could see how big the mansion's garden alone was through the gaps in the gate.
Hey, what's that light there?
Nami sounded a little scared as she pointed to the mansion. Where?
There, over the roof.
A dim, round light floated above it. That's called the moon, Nami.
What could that be?
Maybe the fiery spirit of someone who died? Nami edged closer to me.
But why is it that high up?
I felt bad for Nami since she was clearly scared, so I thought I'd tell her a story to make her feel better. You reminded me of something I heard about called St. Elmo's Fire. Could it be that?
What is that?
I believe it is a movie.
A fiery spirit?
No, it's a kind of luminous phenomenon that appears on parts of ships or airplanes on rainy days. I don't know what that movie's about. Is this what it's about? Luminous phenomenon? St. Elmo is the patron saint of sailors, by the way. Or is it about a boat?
And saints are spiritual leaders who died, yeah? So I was right. It must be his ghost, then.
Saints aren't ghosts exactly. A saint just watches over people, or ships. Stuff like that.
From the afterlife, right?
You know what? Fine. If that's how you want to view it, then be my guest. So much for trying to make her feel less scared. Sensing my frustration, Nami tried to calm me down.
So what you're trying to say is it's a friendly ghost, right?
Mission accomplished, I guess.
Should we go in, then?
I approached the gate. It didn't seem to be locked. There was an intercom on the right column. A, I pushed the intercom button without any hesitation. B, should we try pressing it? I asked Nami. C, should we head back then? I said to Nami. So, I do know that apparently all of these lead to the same choices, the same thing as well. Oh, we'll use the intercom. I pushed the intercom button without any hesitation. I waited a good while, but I didn't get any response.
Nobody's home, maybe?
I pressed the intercom button again, but as I expected, there was no response. It's weird, isn't it?
Lights are on, though.
It was true. There were several windows in the mansion where you could see light coming through. I pushed the gate, and it opened without a sound. I figured it wasn't locked, and I was right.
What should we do?
Whoa! A sudden flash of lightning sent us reflexively into the grounds of the estate. It was totally unkempt inside. The grass went all the way up to my waist. It was like there were walls of grass on both sides of the brick-lined path. They really let the place go, huh?
Hey, aren't these Hypericums?
Nami pointed down. You're right. They're blooming here too, huh?
And it's not just here. Look, there are some over there too. Hey, hand me that flashlight.
Let me shine the flashlight over the entire garden. What?
What?
She gasped. There was a whole lot more than one or two of them. They were growing all over every corner of the garden.
Why are there so many of them growing here?
The wind grew strong. It sent a wave through the countless yellow flowers. The wave moved from the gate to the mansion. I could almost feel the mansion shake from the impact of the wave, and then it stopped. I stood there in the rain, struck by the thought that I'd just witnessed something sinister and dark.
Hey, Nami put her hand up to her ear. Do you hear that? Something's rustling.
Huh? You mean the wind blowing through the leaves?
Not that. Something else.
Suddenly, a speckled snake slithered up from the tall grass. You can see its fangs glistening in its open mouth. I think we got the snake already.
You hear it, right? That sound?
What are you talking about?
Look, it's a snake. Snake!
I took Nami by the hand and ran toward the mansion in a panic. It was not a rattlesnake. What's it doing in a place like this? Yeah, I think we saw this already. Poisonous snake. And I believe these also lead to the same thing, but we broke the window already, so we're gonna slam the door. I put all my power into my right shoulder and slammed into the door as hard as I could. It's a good thing the door was old. After 2 or 3 hits, the lock broke, and the momentum sent me falling straight through the entrance. That takes care of that.
That takes care of that.
Oh, you're bleeding. Yeah, we already know the bleeding. I don't know how we bled from the door, but I do plan to mostly, like, pause the recording for the skipping, but I think we got something new with the aquarium. I'm not sure. I believe we need to pick the third option, whatever it is. That's the only one that does it. Like, 2 of them lead to the same thing, and the third one leads to something different. Who knows if we saw it. Yeah, we did pick C before. I reached over the top and tried to stick my hand inside. I thought about taking a peek from above. I reflected on the time long ago we went to aquarium together, and I thought I'd try to kiss her. So we did pick C before. We're going to pick it again now. And I will pause here, just because the mummy stuff tends to be the same. Okay, we'll pick the middle option. We're being watched in times like these. The guy has to make sure the girl he likes isn't afraid. Yeah, pause again. Okay, so we got past the first blackout, and we picked whoever owns this place needs to simplify things. But the thing is, we'll still need to do a full inspection of the rooms. We went up to the hallway. What's this? I'd found a mysterious-looking door.
Be careful, Shorty.
Huh? It's pitch black inside. The place was full of junk. At the front, there was a figurine of a ghost cat, and on the shelves to the left and right, there were toy boxes made of tin. There was also a toy lamp that was flickering on and off while making all sorts of different noises. Yeah, there's also this part. Whoa, ghost cat. Shorty, what is this? Nami suddenly became level-headed, found the light switch and flipped it. The light turned on, both of us were stunned. So there is apparently a way to go back, or at least look back, but it jumps right back to the thing you were on before, the minute you press A. Maybe if you press B? Yeah, so if you press B, maybe you can. I don't know. What, did they put all these junk toys here just to prank us?
Yeah, I'm guessing they rigged it to start moving whenever the door was opened.
Nami tried shutting the door. I see, they've got quite a sense of humor.
It's kind of a relief, actually. It means everything up until now has been one big elaborate prank.
We walked back into the hallway, chuckling to ourselves. The mummy's got to be fake too, of course.
The mummy's got to be fake too, of course, Nami said, satisfied with that explanation.
Whoever owns this house really must be bizarre, though.
They've been scaring us half to death. Do you think they're watching us right now?
I looked around to see if I could find any video cameras, but I couldn't spot any. Hey, come on out, I shouted loudly.
Oh!
I could hear the sound of the wheelchair and the suit of armor coming from the opposite side. I knew they weren't tricked out toys.
Haha, I guess that means they're playing the sounds in stereo.
The sounds are coming from above this time.
Awesome. Surround sound.
Oh, no, that's awesome. Awesome, surround sound.
You're trembling, though, Shorty.
Hey, I could use a stiff drink about now. I could go for some dried squid and spicy crackers. See, I'm going to have to hunt for some blue cheese. I'm going to make a save state. Can I not pause it? I remembered that I wanted to close and reopen this because I jumped to look at that walkthrough and was worried it messed up the resolution. Apparently the pause didn't work. So we'll say I'm going to go for some dried squid and spicy crackers. We looked through several rooms on the first floor. And in the next room we checked, there was nothing. The room was totally empty.
There's nothing in this room, Nami's voice echoed.
Hold on. There's something in the darkness over there. Ah! We flew straight out. Flaming souls! I tried to cover Nami to protect her. Fireballs left. What's going on here? Do one of them have the eyes of a woman? Feels like something we've seen before. Can't fight an empty stomach. We need to step outside and think. It wouldn't be polite to do otherwise. See, we should go back to the entrance hall for the time being. Step outside and think. We need to step outside and think. It wouldn't be polite to do otherwise. After we walked from the hallway to the entrance hall, Nami spoke up. Hey, is that a phone under the aquarium? Phone stuff is usually the same. So I went back, I picked the squid and crackers thing again, but I'm going to pick... We came to the conclusion you can't fight on an empty stomach. That was the only one that seemed to lead to something new. We came to the conclusion you can't fight on an empty stomach.
A phone, Nami shouted.
I gotta fix that. The ringing was coming from the kitchen.
They've got a phone here.
On second thought, it's only natural that this place would have a phone. It'd be weirder if it didn't have a phone, actually. Where is it?
I don't know.
A part of me thought it was coming from the right, but it wasn't. Then I thought about left, but that's not right either.
The fridge?
I could clearly hear the sound coming from the fridge. I opened the refrigerator door. There it was. The phone was there on the fridge, being kept chilled as though it was food.
What now?
We should answer it for the time being.
What if somebody answers?
Say hello. I guess that's her saying it. I took the phone. Hello? A robotic voice replied. This call cannot be eaten as dialed. You've got to be kidding me. It's weird, though. Where does the cord lead, anyway? We unraveled the cord.
It's been cut.
Somebody had cut right through the cord. I threw the phone into the fridge and shut the door. And then the fridge door opened back up as if it was angry at me. At this rate, A, I wondered if there were any advantages to keeping the phone cold in the fridge. B, I thought I had to buckle down and win this battle with the phone. C, I thought I'd have to ask the phone company for help. We're gonna save. We'll say A. I wondered if there was any advantages to keeping a phone cold in the fridge. Hello? I yelled into the receiver.
Who are you?
The phone whispered sweetly back to me.
It's me, sweetie.
Who are you?
Little old me.
The voice on the phone cooed. Tell me who you are.
The Phone.
The phone? Tell me, where's the phone that you're using?
Aw, come on now. I'm the phone. The phone in your hot little hands.
Clearly the voice was coming from the phone.
I'm all chilled and ready for you. Eat me.
I grabbed the phone and chomped into it. The phone was made of semi-sweet chocolate.
What are you doing?
Nami screamed. The second floor. I'll go and check it out.
Are you okay?
A, as the saying goes, a man always proclaims the wolf bigger than himself. B, as the saying goes, the mountain has labored and brought forth a mouse. C, as the saying goes, one must do one good deed a day. I'll go with A. As the saying goes, a man always proclaims the wolf bigger than himself. It all became clear to me in that room. I could see the lightning bolts flashing through the door that was open. When I went inside, I saw that the room was covered with strange-looking flowers.
Wow.
Hypericums. They were dried hypericums.
Hypericums!
I don't know who did this, but they sure have a lot of free time on their hands, whoever they are. Nami angrily brushed away a big mountain of hypericums. Suddenly, I could hear some boisterous laughter. Who is that? This might have just led us to something we've seen already. Sounded like it was coming from inside the flowers. Saving the dried flowers. Yeah, bag of laughs. So we're going to pause and go back to... Oh, I guess we don't have to pause. You can just load the autosave. Same option there. Chocolate phone. We'll pick B. As the saying goes, the mountain has labored and brought forth a mouse. On the second floor, I could see that the third door on the left was open. There, we headed into that room. Oh. There was a big projection of hypericums on the wall.
It's an old slide projector.
I didn't think anybody still had these old machines.
I don't know who we're dealing with here, but they must be very peculiar.
Shorty, Nami gasped. There was a message written in blood on the other wall. Revenge. That's what had been written. That's right, I remembered. The meaning of hypericums is revenge.
But who wants revenge on whom?
Laughter.
Shorty.
Suddenly I could hear a girl laughing from somewhere else.
That laughter sounded like it was coming this way.
We flew out into the hallway.
Hey, which room do you think seems suspicious?
I answered, A, that suspicious-looking room right there. B, the one that looks the least suspicious is the most suspicious. See, if we leave out the rooms where it's not the case that we can't say the room isn't suspicious when the most suspicious room would be whatever remaining room doesn't seem suspicious. We'll just pick C. I'm not rereading that one again. I said it that way because I was afraid. There, I found a blackish door. This one doesn't open. The door had been securely locked.
This area's off limits, I guess. Stop it, you're scaring me.
But I mean, see for yourself. The door had been spiked into place. Then we heard a cat meow from behind the door we couldn't open.
It's inside.
Wait, how did it get in there?
Shh, there's something else.
We listened closely. Sorry. That was my stomach.
Give me a break.
And then, this time it was Nami's stomach.
Sorry, I guess I'm hungry too.
Alright, that's enough then. We need to find something to eat.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I was totally on board by the sound of it. Oh, for real? So I head to the kitchen because we've seen this part before. No trace of anybody. Let's reach for the kettle. I reached for the kettle, and at that moment I noticed the refrigerator. I opened it up. Oh, Nami sounded happy. Raw fish. Okay, I'm gonna rewind and try picking the other thing in the Hyperium room. Yeah, this playthrough's all over the place, so I ended up sticking with the choices I made. Only this time we're gonna get a cup out of the cupboard. I headed to the cupboard to get a cup. Inside, it was filled with kitchen utensils. They were all really dusty, though. They looked like they hadn't been washed in a long time and were in no condition to be used. Still, the knives were so clean that they sparkled, and they all looked nice and sharp. Too bad. I wanted to show you what a great cook I am. Nami picked up a knife.
We should take a look in the fridge, yeah?
I felt like something was coming up behind me. No! When I turned around, I saw that Nami was lunging toward me with a knife. Whoa! I'd barely dodged the knife.
Help!
Nami screamed as she lashed out with a knife.
Help me!
So she said, but I should have been the one screaming that, not her. Stop it, Nami.
You've got it all wrong. It's not me. It's the knife. It's moving on its own.
I dodged the knife, and it got stuck in a cutting board. I pinned Nami's hands down. Nami!
Help! I can't let go of it.
I pried Nami's fingers off the knife, one by one. I was short of breath, and so was Nami. What's going on here?
You've got to believe me. I didn't mean to do that.
I know. You've got no reason to want to kill me. Not yet, anyway.
I was seconds away from killing you, Shorty.
Nami was absolutely shocked. And then I thought wearing that suit of armor might help me out, so I started looking around for it. B, I didn't let it get to me. I just had to remember to be more cautious in the crazy mansion. C, I thought Nami might attack me again, so while she wasn't looking, I secretly grabbed a knife of my own. And these feel like different choices, so I'm gonna save. I'm gonna try grabbing a knife of my own. Oh, there's a scream. What? What did that sound like to you? A woman screaming.
We need to go and look for her.
Judging by the look in Nami's eyes, no further explanation was necessary. Let's go. We headed in the direction that sounded like the scream had come from. Line of 3 doors. That way, Nami said. No, this way. I pointed to a different door. They were splitting up. A, I opened the door that Nami was talking about. B, I opened the door that I had chosen. C, I ordered Nami to open the door that I had chosen. We'll pick C. I ordered Nami to open the door that I had chosen. When we entered the room, I was struck by a cold breeze drifting past me. My posture changed to a more guarded one. That was a glass door on the cabinet again. So what kind of door is it? Do we get to go in the room? Imposing cabinet with a curtain. Yeah, it's the black cat again. So we'll pause and experiment a little. Okay, I've been scrambling around like crazy. I think I may have found something new. We'll see. But this is after Nami starts to get her memories back. So we just found her playing a piano.
This was my piano. Well, our piano, Nami mumbled quietly.
We spent our time together here. I hugged Nami from behind and I felt a tear fall on my hand. I didn't want to lose you. Her voice sounded somewhat hoarse. Scared, I tried to pull my arms back. My arm was being held by dried-up hands. The woman wasn't Nami. It was the mummy. Whoa! The mummy vanished.
Shorty.
When I looked back, I saw Nami standing there, her eyes cast down to the floor, looking lifeless. I held back my urge to hug Nami, and instead, I just slowly walked up to her. Nami. She looked up at me. Her eyes were wide open. Who are you? Nami took a step back. She looked terrified. She talking to me? Who are you? Nami took a step back. She looked terrified. Who are you? It was like this was the first time she'd ever seen me. Don't be stupid. You're telling me you don't know who I am?
Help me, Shorty.
Nami screamed as she turned around and ran down the hallway. There she goes again. I couldn't even begin to take in what had just happened. Nami, where are you? You wouldn't hide from me, would you? When I opened the door, something came flying at me.
Don't come near me.
Standing in front of a case lined with medicines at the other side of the room was Nami, looking at me with fear in her eyes. Nami.
Who are you?
I held the half-crazed Nami down.
Let go of me.
Reflected in the glass that I had Nami pinned up against, I saw a middle-aged man with gray hair. Who's that guy?
Hurry, Shorty. Save me.
I could hear Nami screaming against my chest. Hey, what are you saying, Nami? I was shocked. No way. I went slack. That reflection I saw in the glass of the creepy old man? It was me. Nami ran out of the room. What was happening? I had gray hair, wrinkles, sharp eyes, and a wild-looking chin. I just looked old. I tried touching my cheeks to see if it was really me. Is this me?
Where are you, Shorty?
I could hear Nami's voice echoing from the stairs. She was looking for me. What was I supposed to do, though? Hey, we have to get out of here. I knew that I needed to reveal myself to her. B, I can't come to her like this. I made what I felt would be the best decision for Nami. I'm going to make a save. So I think from this point, all of these will lead to the same outcome. So I'm going to reveal myself to her. We have to get out of here. I knew that I needed to reveal myself to her. I have to let you know the truth. I flew out of the room.
Oh,
Nami was standing there. Why would you still be standing outside the room where the person tried to attack you? Nami. My confidence withered. Nami, don't be surprised, okay? Just listen to me. I struggled to come up with an explanation. It's me.
I know.
Nami nodded. Nami? I hugged her and was surprised to find her cold to the touch. Oh, it's Naomi! What the? This girl was Naomi.
Where are you, Shorty?
Nami's voice was coming closer. I thrust Naomi away and ran toward Nami's voice. This time, I found the real Nami. Her face became twisted with fear when she saw me. Nami, don't run from me. I called out to her at the top of my lungs. I'd make her understand, I thought to myself, even if I had to slap some sense into her. Yeah, that'll convince her. Nami.
No.
I ended up being the one to get slapped. Should have seen that coming, Nami. I muttered as if it was perfectly normal, and Nami's expression suddenly changed.
Shorty? Is that you, Shorty?
I nodded.
Shorty, why?
I don't know either, but it's me.
I love you, Shorty, Nami shouted. I'll always love you no matter what you look like.
I want to see myself in the mirror, I said. Didn't we kind of already do that? I took a peek at myself in the bathroom mirror, fearing what I would see. Yikes. Gray hair, wrinkles. I look like a totally different person. I couldn't even bear to look myself in the eyes.
Hold on, Shorty. Take a closer look.
I don't want to. That's not my face.
Wait, don't you see the similarity?
Huh? Similarity to who?
To you, Shorty.
I was stunned by what Nami just said, but after taking another look, I saw her point. It was me, just with gray hair and wrinkles. How many decades have I aged, though? This is apparently called the first love ending, I believe. Just for people that are using that walkthrough. Although, if you are, I don't know why you'd be watching this, so. Nami cast her gaze down, seemingly in pain.
It's my fault it happened to you, Shorty.
Huh?
It's because we came to my house.
No, Nami. This isn't your house. Get that nonsense out of your head. Naomi? It was Naomi. Naomi was there in the mirror. Naomi. Nami was reaching toward the mirror, and I held her back. And at that moment, Naomi said something there in the mirror. I'm no different. Huh? I'm no different. Naomi repeated herself there in the mirror, and then she vanished. Nami!
It's okay. It's clear to me now,
Nami said.
My sister is a ghost, which means that the mummy is my mom.
I don't know that necessarily makes sense. Nami began to tear up.
Naomi was trying to tell me something.
Yeah, I'm no different. That's what Naomi was saying, but what did she mean by that? I'm not sure if that bloodstained diary was Nami's mom's or Naomi's, but was there something written in it? A, okay, let's go have a look. I decided to check out the diary. B, oh, forget it. We just need to get out of here. I grabbed Nami by the hand. All right, we'll look at the diary. Okay, let's go have a look. I decided to check out the diary. The diary was still in the mummy's room. It was my mom's diary, Nami said as she read it. July 3rd. I'm all alone now. That was how Nami's mom's diary began. After losing my husband and my youngest child, my son, in an accident, I sent Nami to an orphanage, and Naomi died of her illness shortly after that. It seemed like she started writing just after Naomi died. Her diary was filled with all the thoughts she had after losing her family. Mom fell in love, Nami gasped. Despite writing of her experience in modest words, she described meeting a man and falling in love with him, a love that she had only come to feel after years of solitude. At times, I could sense the joy that she felt in the words she wrote. It's making me get emotional somehow. It ended abruptly, there on that bloodstained page. Mom got mummified, but how? You could ask the same thing about Naomi. How did she become a ghost? I would presume she died. That's what they told us. And for that matter, how did my face turn out like this? I saw my reflection in the mirror on the dresser. I didn't want to see this old man with gray hair. Oh, I screamed out in shock. It's Dad. Nami looked at me surprised. What's the matter, Shorty? His face. It's my dad's face. Your dad? Yeah. He died before I really had the chance to meet him. My only memories of him are just looking at photos. He was apparently very old. Naomi, Nami said as she flew out of the room. Naomi wasn't there, but Nami kept moving forward into the darkness. Where are you going, Nami? Mom's gotta be there. I'm sure of it. Nami was trying to go to the sealed door. Hey, all right, time to get going, I said, and off I went immediately. B, wait, before we go there, we should look for Naomi, I said, after a little thought. I'll say A. We reached the sealed door. It wasn't going to open. The door had been spiked shut. Nami pushed me aside. Open up, Mom. Open the door. Suddenly, Nami's body began to twitch like it had been hit with an electric current. Nami! What happened? Don't come any closer. Nami pushed my arm away and ran off. Nami! Nami flew to the mummy's room and shut the door. Nami. I took a deep breath and opened the door. I found Nami in the corner of the room. Nami, I said as I approached her. Why? Huh? Can you tell me why? That wasn't Nami's voice. His voice had a graceful tone to it and sounded like a middle-aged woman. Oh, this is the mom. Who are you? I knew she wasn't Nami, but this lady's voice coming out of Nami's mouth still sounded familiar somehow. Why? Why is it? Nami looked at me and spoke with me in that same voice. I'm assuming it's the mother. Why did you leave me? Are we going to find out we're secretly half-siblings with Nami? What are you talking about, Nami? Who did I ever leave? Nami's body had been possessed by someone, and I had an idea who it might be. You're going to leave me alone again, aren't you? It was her mom. This was Naomi's mom. Nami, with her mother's voice, seemed like she was begging for me to stay with her. Hey, whoa, cut it out. I pushed Nami away. B, come here, Nami. I wanted to see for myself what would happen. I guess we'll say B. Neither of these really feel entirely right. Hug Nami. If doing this couldn't help her, I didn't know what could. Nami's fingers caressed my face like a long-lost love. Why did you leave me? Why? I got goosebumps. She was talking to this man. She was looking at this face. Nami's mom was asking my dad why he left her. Your wife and your son are really that important to you? Oh, her dad had an affair, Nami's mom said. Her son. She was talking about me. You're going to leave me, aren't you? Then her tears stopped and her eyes changed to Nami's eyes. Did she kill our dad? Even though I love you this much. Huh? Even though I love you this much. What was going on? Her face, her arms, her legs. Steam was pouring out of Nami's entire body. Whoa. Nami's white skin turned earthy brown. Her flesh sunk in. She was looking more and more like a mummy. Nami! And the mummy stood up. I couldn't help but scream. Nami had been mummified. This can't be. This can't be happening. No way. I shouted as my consciousness drifted away. I had no idea how much time had passed. I was holding the mummy in my arms. Hey, Nami, Can you not hear me anymore? Did you really get mummified? The mummy gave no reply. Nami. I was about to scream again, but I held it in. Keep it together, Shorty. You know you need to do that after what you just went through. The one who saved Nami's mom from a life of solitude only to leave her in the end was my dad. I figure the shock of losing the man she loved so much it turned Nami's mom into a mummy instantly, just like it did with Nami. But Nami didn't lose us, technically. My dad wouldn't come home for long stretches of time, and he never did a single thing you'd expect a husband or a father to do. I heard he returned after a few years away from home. Shortly after that, he died resting his head in my mom's lap. I never told anyone this, but in my own way, I bore a grudge against him. So why do I have to be trapped in the body of my dead dad and be forced to have the same face as him just to sate Nami's mom's need for revenge? You've got to be kidding me. I felt anger swelling up within me. What kind of messed up revenge is this? You're with me on that, right, Nami? She didn't respond. Then I heard somebody crouch down next to me and speak softly into my ear. Shorty, I gasped. Shorty. I could hear her voice behind me, and I felt cold. When I turned around, I saw Naomi standing there. Naomi, is this the lingering regret that's keeping you here? You went to help your mom get her revenge? Is that why you became a ghost? I don't think so. Naomi just looked at me, saying nothing. I couldn't hold back my anger. You're insane. You're okay with doing this to your own sister? Do you ghosts not have any human emotions at all? Naomi looked at me with sadness. I'm no different. She's still going on about that. What are you talking about? You're no different? She crapped too. Instead of replying, Naomi moved. Naomi came slashing at me with a knife. Why? Why was Naomi trying to kill me? Was this also the will of her mother? Whoa! Wait! Naomi, watch where you wave that thing! She had me trapped in the corner of the room. Stop! I'm no different. Naomi raised up the knife and then... melted? The room shook and the blade of the knife she was about to plunge down into me melted away and vanished. Mom, Naomi blurted out. The supernatural event seemed to have been her mom's doing. Was her mom, the mummy, trying to protect me? What was happening? Let's get out of here, Nami. I picked up Nami and flew out of the door. Nami was disturbingly light to carry around. I focused entirely on running down the hallway, but I wasn't sure what I would do carrying a mummified Nami around with me. I was at a loss. I returned to the entrance hall. I placed Nami down on the large sofa. Her arms were shriveled, her skin was brown, and she was a shadow of her former self, but she was still Nami. I spent a long time sitting there with her. What am I supposed to do now? Even if I just left this mansion, how could I do that with Nami being in the state she's in? She's not dead, though. Not necessarily. Even if she was mummified, I believe she's still alive. You're alive, aren't you, Nami? She didn't answer me, but I had faith that she was. Nami wouldn't die, would she? There's no way. Nami, I'll stay here and fight. I gave Nami's dried-up cheek a soft kiss. The skin of her cheek was tight. I wanted to cry, but I held back my tears. I'm not going to leave you, Nami. I'm going to fight for you. I gave her one more kiss. Naomi didn't come after me, but she could show up again at any moment. Still, why was she trying to kill me? If that was all just a way to help her mom to get revenge, then it would be strange for Naomi's mom to use her powers to stop her daughter. Mommy, I don't have any idea what's going on here. What could Naomi possibly be thinking? I'm no different. Maybe the answer was somewhere in that phrase she kept repeating. Feeling tired, I closed my eyes. I could see Nami's smiling face and white teeth. In my mind, the image I had of Nami was the same she'd been until now. Shorty. I felt like I heard a hoarse voice call out to me. Huh? I took a look around the entrance hall. Was that hoarse voice I heard who I thought it was? Nami? Shorty. Nami! Shorty. She could talk. Her face was dried up and she could barely move, but I knew for sure that Nami was calling out my name. So even though she'd been mummified, she was still alive. I slept for a long time, didn't I? Nami asked me in her mummified state. How should I answer her, though? I thought about just telling her the truth. B, I figured I shouldn't tell Nami that she'd been turned into a mummy. I mean, I'll say A, because I feel like she's going to figure it out. I thought about just telling her the truth. Nami, there's something I kind of have to tell you that might surprise you. You know nobody stays young and beautiful forever, right? Well, we're wording it terribly. A tear ran down my cheek. You know, you're pretty, Nami. But one day, you'll get old. It's beyond your control. No matter what happens to you, though, Nami. It's fine, Nami said in her hoarse voice. Go on, Shorty. Leave here by yourself. Huh? Just run by yourself. Considering the state I'm in, you can leave me here. Nami, Sorry, this is my mom's fault. Nami knew everything. She knew that she had been mummified and why my face had been changed. I'm sorry, Nami repeated in her low, hoarse voice. Don't apologize, I said, holding back tears. My dad left your mom. I won't apologize to you for that, and you shouldn't apologize to me either. I held firmly on to Nami's dried-up arm. That hurts, Nami. She could feel. Even though I was sleeping, I knew what was going on around me. I know what you did for me, Shorty. I was so happy, Nami managed to bring herself to say after a ton of effort. Hurry, run. No, I'm not going to run. I'm going to fight. And you're going to fight too, Nami. The suit of armor appeared. Oh, please, run, Shorty. I slid in front of Nami. Oof. I got slammed to the ground by the suit of armor with a single smack. Darn. I tried to stand up, but I felt really dizzy. The suit of armor picked Nami up. Nami! That's my girl! I chased after it, though I was unsteady on my feet, and somebody grabbed me by the arm. Naomi! You're still going after her? Let go of me. I tried to shake Naomi off, but her arm was stuck to me. It was cold as ice, and it stung. Your mom wants to get revenge against me, right? So why did she take Nami? To show you how it feels when you lose someone you love. Nonsense. Tell her she's got the wrong guy. If you go after Nami, you'll be able to enter that room too. Is she talking about the sealed room? Is her mother, that mummy, waiting for me there? Let go of me and I'll go anywhere you want me to go. That won't work. Why are you even stopping me here? I'm going to kill you. Ugh! I felt icy pain run through my body and my vision went dark. I could see something just barely. It was the ceiling. I was on a bed surrounded by a nice smell, almost like perfume. It was probably flowers. Yes, there were light purple flowers set in a vase. They weren't hypericums. Not hypericums in my game? Lilacs. Huh? Naomi was sitting in a chair there. They smell nice, don't they? For a moment, I mistook her for a nurse. She was pretty, which was no surprise, and she looked just like Nami. Where's Nami? So this was the sealed room, huh? But Nami wasn't here, nor was that mummy in the wheelchair. This is my room. Why am I here? Let me out of here. I tried to get up, but she grabbed my arm again. It was cold. Stay here. I don't want to hand you over to Mom. What a strange thing for Naomi to say. Suddenly, the room started shaking. Mom's angry. She won't forgive me for this, will she? What was going on? Were Nami and her mom fighting over me? Oh, a crack ran through the wall. The vase of lilacs got broken too. It's okay. As long as you stay in this room, Mom can't reach you, so you can stay here, she said. You can stay here forever. Let me go. I have to save Nami. Coldness spread through the arm where she grabbed me. Are you going to freeze me to death? Naomi looked at me. I could see how sad she looked. If I kill you, we can be together. Huh? The two of us can stay here in this room together forever. Oh, I finally understood. I'm no different. Is that what she meant? Naomi wouldn't let go of me. I shivered. I felt like my heart was about to freeze. Oh, I can't do it. Whew, Naomi took her hand off of me. Naomi remained there, trembling and stoic. I can't do it. I can hear Nami's voice. She's telling me that she loves you, Shorty. Nami's voice? I couldn't hear her myself. Maybe she was calling out from the sealed room? Nami loves you from the bottom of her heart. Nami! I jumped up. But I'm no different. Without thinking, I turned back to face her. Because I love you too. Naomi vanished. You can't love me. You don't even know me. Naomi. For a brief moment, I hesitated, but... Hey, I have to focus on Nami now. I headed straight for the sealed room. I hurried back over to where Naomi was. Naomi, wait! I feel like we should say something to Naomi. The area trembled. Tell me what's going on with Nami. Suddenly, I heard Naomi's voice in my ear. Don't go to the sealed room. Naomi? She wasn't responding anymore. I'm going there anyway. I ignored Naomi's last words and ran straight to the sealed room. The sealed door opened, without me even having to slam into it. It was as though it was saying that it was the proper time for me to come inside. Nami! I rushed into the dimly lit room. A coffin had been placed there. I opened the heavy lid that was placed over it and found Nami's mummy with a whole bunch of hypericums. Nami, it's me. Still, she didn't respond. Say something, Nami. I brought my ear close to her mummified mouth, but I couldn't even hear her hoarse voice. Had she completed the mummification process? There in the darkness up ahead, I could finally see her mummified mom. The mummy that was sitting in the wheelchair showed no sign of moving or talking, but the empty sockets of her eyes seemed to stare at me. Nami's mother, the mummy there, must be seeing the face of the man who left her. Take a good look. I'm not my old man, I yelled. I thought it was horrible what my dad did, going back to me and Mom and leaving you out of the blue. I don't think you deserved what he did to you. But I'm not him. I'm not like my dad. It seemed to me like the mummy was starting to twitch and tremble. I'm in love with your daughter, Nami. Even if she turned into a mummy, I'm not going to leave her like my dad left you. Now the mummy was definitely trembling. Huh? The mummy's legs were turning white. They had become bones. Her mom, who had been mummified, was now turning into a skeleton. Let's get out of here. I pulled Nami up into my arms. Nami! At that moment, my leg was hit with crippling pain. Ah! Everything below my knees was turning into a skeleton just like Nami's mom, the mummy. Gradually, the flesh of my bones was fading away. Now her mother, a full-on skeleton, approached me. Pain raised from my leg to my hip, and then from my hip to my stomach. I took another look and saw that even my ribcage was poking out. Suddenly, I could hear the ringing of wedding bells echoing through the air, filling the room with an unusual brightness. May our bones come together as one, huh? Revenge wasn't all that Nami was after, no. It just goes to show how deeply she had fallen for my dad. She wasn't driven by a grudge or scorn. She was driven by a deeper passion, love. But we're not him! An overwhelming pain reached my chest. No, I didn't want to be turned into a skeleton. Nami! Nami's body was still rolling around on the floor. Why is she rolling? Nami's skeleton was standing up right beside me. She'd become a skeleton! Nami wasn't just a mummy anymore, was she? No. I thought I could hear that hoarse voice. Nami was trying to tell me something. The pain finally reached my neck. I felt something hot welling up and I screamed. I love you! Nami's mummy spoke too. Nami and I had both shouted the same words to each other at the same time. I love you. Nami's voice was normal again, the way it sounded before she was mummified. And at that moment, the skeleton stood still. The brightness faded away and the room went back to being dimly lit. When the two of us had screamed at the same time, we had changed something, apparently. A long time passed after that. The skeleton raised its head ever so slightly, and then it fell to pieces. Oh, the mummified Nami's earthly color skin on her legs, arms, and face gradually returned to her normal, youthful appearance. Nami! Shorty! We hugged each other tightly. Everything's going to be fine now. You're back. You're back to normal. You too, Shorty. So don't cry. Huh? I hadn't realized it until Nami told me. I didn't know that my face and body were back to normal, and I hadn't noticed that I'd started crying either. The bones that were scattered about began to disappear. They're disappearing, huh? After putting us through all of this. Mom's just going to leave, huh? Nami muttered to herself. You're wrong. The curse is what's going to leave. Huh? That resentment is what changed my mom into a love-starved monster. It's fading away now. Not a single shard of her bones remained. Mom. I gently put my arm around Nami's shoulder. What? It sounded like explosions were going off somewhere. Here we go again. It's all over for this mansion now. Nami screamed, as if she'd seen a vision. Hurry! As we tried to go down the stairs, a strong wind blew up at us. Whoa! The floor below us was filled with flames that were still spreading. Nami, come here. I can't take any more. Don't be stupid. We can still make it. I tried to help Nami as she stumbled along, and I ended up falling too. There was already a sea of fire around us. It was hard to breathe, surrounded by that black smoke. I couldn't open my eyes. I wasn't about to die here, but I couldn't stand up. What about Nami? I could feel my consciousness slipping away. Maybe Naomi was taking me to the underworld now. Somebody grabbed my arm. You're gonna make it through this alive, Shorty. I still couldn't really open my eyes, but I could hear Nami's voice clear as a bell. Come with me. Nami led me by the hand as we ran. Pulled along, I was leaping through the fire. I could smell the soil on the ground, so I picked myself up. I was outside of the gate. There, under the light of the moon, I could see a black mountain of debris. The entire mansion had burned to the ground while I was out cold. It was gone, along with Naomi, Naomi's mom, and all of the sadness that the two of them had felt. Well, Nami had fallen right there beside me. Nami! Nami! I held her in my arms and shook her. Nami. Nami had pulled me out of that raging inferno. Nami. Oh, I was so glad. Nami had opened her eyes.
Shorty.
Nami looked at me, still in a daze.
Thank you, Shorty. You saved my life.
Huh?
When I was overcome by the smoke and I couldn't move, I thought I was done for until you came along.
Nami, are you serious? The same thing happened to me. Fell unconscious in the fire.
Huh?
We looked at each other.
Naomi, she's the one who saved us. I know, Nami said. That was the lingering regret that kept her spirit from passing on. She died without ever having fallen in love.
So that was it.
Naomi must have been jealous, knowing she had a mom who experienced a love so powerful that it mummified her.
Truly every girl's dream. Nami's eyes were welled up with tears.
Yeah.
There was nothing more for me to say about that. She was no different.
Huh?
She had her chance too, even if it was only for a short time. She fell in love with you.
She fell in love with you, Shorty.
So Nami knew about what had happened in that room. We looked at the smoldering remains of the mansion.
You had your first love, didn't you, Naomi?
Her first love. I took another look around. What's this music? Oh, look, now the Hypericums are lilacs. I guess.
Oh.
The field of Hypericums had changed to light purple flowers. Lilacs.
Lilacs.
They were the same sort of flowers that Naomi had kept in her room. There were no stems or branches to be seen, just the flowers spreading out everywhere. It was a field of lilacs.
They smell so nice, don't they?
They have a meaning too. And Nami said exactly what they meant. Is it love? Pain of your first love.
The pain of your first love.
I feel like we needed to interact with Naomi way more for that ending to be meaningful. Hey, we finally got another ending, but will this get us the pink bookmark? I'm gonna be frustrated if not. I don't know how to get any other endings. I had to go backwards through the walkthrough and just assume this was an ending I hadn't had. I guess we'll see. We're going to be ending the video here pretty much regardless, but still no pink bookmark, which means we're still missing at least one ending, so I'm going to try to figure out what that is. But let me know what you thought of this one in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!